You will be shocked to know that Joe Behar is an upstart and can't contain his emotions. Dr. Phill spoke about this in detail on The View. Let's see what happened there.
So,
Do y'all need a minute?
no, that's all right.
No, she's got to ask you this question.
Yeah, I
She's
got to
been
answer this
burning.
question because though they can't diagnose anybody, you know, from afar, somebody they haven't examined, doctors, therapists, a lot of respected psychologists out there, really big-time, big names, are saying that Donald Trump is showing signs of narcissism, which, by the way, one of the symptoms is preoccupied with the fantasies of unlimited power, success, and brilliance. And they're questioning that he has narcissistic disorder. Number one, do you think that's a mental illness, narcissism? And if so, is he fit to be president?
Well,
Oh my God, why? Why was she given the floor? Who is this man? Why did she think Trump was a narcissist? She's basing it on her observations and trying to make news on it. Why doesn't she bring up the obvious facts about the elderly Biden showing signs of dementia? Why Joe?
well, Counselor, that's a compound question, and I object. But, you know, people talk about narcissism, but they don't really know what it means. So I brought a list from the DSM-5 about what narcissism really is, because if I asked people to stand up and define it, they wouldn't know.
All right.
And let's just take a vote. One, has a grandiose sense of self-importance.
Check.
I mean, check. Okay.
Next.
Two, is preoccupied with fantasies of success, power, or brilliance, which you said. Check. Okay. Three, believes that he or she is special or unique.
Check.
Can only be understood by special people. Four,
Ivanka.
requires excessive admiration.
Oh, check, 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 check.
Has a sense of entitlement, which means is very thin-skinned. If you're
Oh,
entitled-
check, 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 check.
Is interpersonally exploitive.
Oh, yeah. Check.
Lacks empathy. Has the inability to stand in other people's shoes.
Well. She's acting like a little kid trying to prove a point. Why does she think all these points are about Trump? Honey, you are being told an accurate description of the current President Biden. She is so blind and consumed by her own idea. You know she is a strange and unpredictable woman, and in some ways not smart enough to say such false accusations in public.
And understand
You
that
mean like when he makes fun of people who are handicapped or
I'm just
disabled?
reading it. You interpret it however you
example.
want. Is often envious of others or believes that others are envious of him or her. Shows arrogant and haughty behavior.
Case
How
closed.
many people does that? That's a lot of people.
Well, that is a lot of people, and if you take out everybody that has any of those characteristics, then you're going to take out a lot of people, including some at this table.
Well. Dr. Phill has just made it clear to these ladies that they are those narcissists themselves. God, they didn't even realize it was about them. It's funny to watch uneducated people sit there like rocks with their mouths open in total ignorance. They're funny.
Things that we go through.
You wouldn't
but-
look at President Obama and say he has narcissistic disorder. So you can't just say they all have it.
I didn't
Some
say they
people
all
have
it.
all the things you said. We
Right.
just checked every one of them.
I said most leaders are under a lot of stress and pressure.
Yeah.
So a lot of them will show anxiety, depression at different times. A lot of leaders will have some affliction at different times because of the pressure and demands of the office.
She could talk about this all day, so
I
why don't we
could.
come over here?
So, what have you figured out? Our Joe has a mental disorder that she apparently hid, but Dr. Phill uncovered it. Behar is an upstart and can't contain his emotions when he hears something bad about Trump. She literally leaps into a dance when they say something nonsensical. It's weird and ugly. What do you think about that? Write your opinion in the comments and don't forget to watch other shocking news on the channel.